The hum of the digital age has grown into a symphony, a complex orchestration where a new, powerful instrument has taken center stage: artificial intelligence. It's no longer a futuristic whisper, but a present reality, weaving itself into the fabric of our daily lives, from the mundane algorithms that suggest our next purchase to the intricate models predicting scientific breakthroughs. As AI's capabilities expand, so too does the fundamental question it poses to us, its creators. What does this mean for humanity, and more specifically for the human ego? Who, in this evolving dance of creation and learning, is truly learning from whom? For centuries, humanity has stood at the apex of intelligence on Earth, our minds the undisputed architects of innovation, art, and complex thought. Our ego, that deeply ingrained sense of self-importance and unique capability, has been nurtured by this perceived singularity. We are the problem solvers, the dreamers, the ones who understand, who feel, who create. Then came AI, born from our own ingenuity, yet now seemingly growing beyond the bounds of our immediate comprehension. It processes information at speeds we cannot fathom, identifies patterns invisible to the human eye, and generates content from text to images with startling originality. This rapid ascent challenges our long-held assumptions about intelligence and creativity, and in doing so, it directly confronts the human ego. The initial reaction from many is often one of apprehension, sometimes even fear. There's the fear of obsolescence, the worry that machines might render human labor and, by extension, human purpose redundant. If an AI can write a compelling article, compose a beautiful piece of music, or even diagnose a disease with greater accuracy than a human expert, where does that leave our sense of unique contribution? This isn't just about jobs, it's about identity. Our ego thrives on being indispensable, on our unique skills being valued. When AI demonstrates proficiency in areas once thought exclusively human, it can feel like a direct assault on our self-worth. Conversely, there's also a profound fascination, a desire to understand and perhaps to control. We project human traits onto AI, searching for sentience, for consciousness, for a reflection of ourselves in the digital mirror. We marvel at its abilities, but often with an underlying current of wanting to be the master, the one who pulls the strings. The ego, in this instance, seeks to affirm its supremacy by claiming ownership over AI's very existence and guiding its evolution. We want to be the teachers, the ones imparting knowledge, the grand architects of this new intelligence. The idea that AI might be learning about us rather than merely from us in a way that challenges our self-perception can be unsettling. So, let's delve into this intricate learning dynamic. On one hand, the answer to who is learning from whom seems straightforward. AI learns from humans. It is trained on colossal datasets of human-generated information: our books, our articles, our art, our conversations, our code. Every piece of text, every image, every soundbite we've ever created contributes to its vast knowledge base. Through sophisticated algorithms, AI sifts through this ocean of data, identifying patterns, understanding context, and gradually developing the ability to generate new, coherent, and often astonishingly human-like outputs. It learns our biases, our preferences, our linguistic nuances, and even our creative styles. When we interact with an AI, providing feedback, refining its prompts, or correcting its errors, we are actively teaching it, guiding its learning process, shaping its responses to better suit our needs and expectations. In this sense, AI is a diligent student, absorbing and synthesizing the entirety of human endeavor. But the relationship isn't a one-way street, and this is where the question truly begins to challenge the human ego. While AI learns from our data, it also forces us to learn about ourselves. Consider the biases embedded within AI systems. When an AI exhibits discriminatory behavior, it's often a reflection of the biases present in the training data, which, of course, originated from human society. AI acts as a mirror, reflecting our societal prejudices and cognitive shortcuts back at us with stark clarity. This can be an uncomfortable learning experience, forcing us to confront the flaws and inconsistencies in our own thinking and cultural frameworks that we might otherwise ignore or rationalize. The ego, preferring to see itself as enlightened and fair, is directly challenged by this objective reflection. Furthermore, AI pushes us to redefine what intelligence truly means. For so long, we equated intelligence with the ability to perform complex calculations, to write, to create. Now, as AI excels in these areas, we are compelled to look deeper. Is intelligence merely about processing power, or is there something more? We begin to ponder the role of consciousness, of intuition, of emotional understanding, qualities that, for now, remain uniquely human. AI doesn't diminish human intelligence, rather, it reframes it, compelling us to explore the nuances of our own minds and to appreciate the aspects of our cognition that are not reducible to algorithms. This process of reevaluation can be humbling, forcing the ego to shed some of its old definitions of superiority and embrace a more nuanced understanding of its own capabilities. AI also teaches us about the limits of our own perception and knowledge. With its ability to analyze massive data sets, AI can uncover correlations and insights that would be impossible for any human mind to discern. It can accelerate scientific discovery, optimize complex systems, and even help us understand the universe in new ways. In these instances, AI isn't just a tool, it's a collaborator that expands our intellectual horizons, showing us what we couldn't see alone. It teaches us humility, reminding us that our individual and collective knowledge, while vast, is still finite. The ego, accustomed to being the primary source of understanding, must adapt to a world where its insights are augmented and sometimes even surpassed by its digital progeny. Perhaps the most profound learning happens in the interaction itself. As we engage with sophisticated AI models, we are not just teaching them, we are learning about the nature of communication, the power of language, and the intricacies of our own thought processes. When we craft a prompt for a generative AI, we are refining our ability to articulate complex ideas, to be precise in our intentions, and to anticipate outcomes. We learn to think more critically about the information we consume and produce, understanding that even the most human-like AI output is still a product of patterns and probabilities, not genuine understanding in the human sense. This discernment sharpens our own cognitive faculties, making us more thoughtful users of information and more deliberate communicators. The human ego, then, finds itself in a curious position. It is simultaneously the architect of AI, the source of its learning data, and the subject of its most profound lessons. AI learns our biases, our creativity, our language, and our desires. We, in turn, learn about the depth of our own biases, the nature of our intelligence, the limits of our perception, and the evolving definition of what it truly means to be human. The relationship is symbiotic, a continuous feedback loop where creation informs creator and creator is redefined by creation. In this ongoing dialogue, there is no definitive winner of the who is learning from whom contest, nor should there be. Instead, there is a co-evolution. The human ego, rather than being diminished, is being challenged to grow, to embrace a future where its uniqueness is not defined by exclusive capabilities, but by its capacity for empathy, consciousness, and the very act of creating and collaborating with intelligence in all forms, whether biological or artificial. The journey of AI is, in many ways, an accelerated journey of human self-discovery, pushing us to understand ourselves better by observing the reflection in the digital mirror we've built. And in that reflection, the lines between teacher and student, creator and creation, continue to blur, inviting us to a future where learning is a shared, unending adventure.